Today we're back on Modern Warfare 2. So after I finished recording yesterday's video, I got back on the game, I grinded out all the long shots, so I literally never have to do a single long shot in Modern Warfare 2 again if I want. However, let's be honest, whenever the new DLC weapons come out, you already know I'm gonna be grinding for the long shots, getting Orion on those weapons again, but outside of that, I don't have to like actually sit there and grind long shots for days and days and days at a time. It's only gonna be like 25 or 50 at a time whenever a new season drops and the new weapons come out. And as you can see here, I finally unlocked that sweet, beautiful POLYATOMIC camo. As of now, I've unlocked POLYATOMIC on 9 out of the 51 weapons that I need at bare minimum to unlock Orion. I've been keeping a pretty good pace. I've been unlocking anywhere from like 1 to 2 weapons per game, so I don't know if I'm gonna have it done by the end of today necessarily, but I'll at least have it done by the end of tomorrow, no doubt. In total, I've been grinding for about an hour and a half so far, and I got 9 weapons done, so if I can keep up that pace, I should have this done in like, what, 8 to 9 hours tops, which for me is literally only like 1 day. I'm almost done with the SMGs already. This is literally the last one that I need here, the ISO 45, and then after that I'll be on to the ARs. I know I should probably save the SMGs and the ARs for last, just because, you know, you want to like get the hard stuff out of the way first, but for me, man, I've been doing nothing but the hard stuff with the 1200 long shots I had to get done. I just want to be able to enjoy myself for at least a little bit, because I know, like, I mean, the rest of the grind really isn't going to be that hard. Like, for the most part, it's going to be relatively stressless. The only part that might be a little tricky is getting like the marksman rifles or the battle rifles done here on shipment, just because, you know, everybody else is running around with SMGs, ARs, shotguns, and they're gonna be blasting me before I get to like properly aim for their head. But even then, like, it's really not gonna be that hard, because getting kills with those guns on shipment really isn't that bad, and that's why I opted out of doing most of the sniper rifles, just because I knew getting headshots with the snipers on shipment would be a nightmare. Above all else, I feel relieved, because at this point, the long shots are done. I can play the game normally, and even if I just play the game normally, I know that one day, eventually, I would just, you know, unlock the camo naturally, but I don't want to wait for that one day. I want to sit on shipment, I want to get it done, I don't care how long it takes. It's only going to take me like a day or 2 tops, unless I get like the worst luck in the world, but you know, obviously it's shipment, so that's not going to happen. In an hour and a half's time, I managed to get a 1/5 of the way through, so you know, I'm really not too worried about it. I can safely say now that I'm at the end of the challenge, you know, I've said it a couple of times throughout the challenge and the grind, I was like, yeah, you know, I think Orion's been the easiest one, DM Ultra's a close second, but yeah, after getting it done, I can definitely safely say that Orion was the least painful one out of any of the camo grinds that I've done. The more that these camo grinds get crazier and crazier, the more I miss the simplistic days of like going for Diamond in Black Ops 2. We're getting even like Dark Matter in Black Ops 3, because that really wasn't that bad. You needed like 100 headshots with each gun, and then after that you needed like 5 long shots. Literally, it was just 5 long shots with like ARs, and then maybe some bloodthirsties, and then you were home free. Nowadays, you need to grind out like 70 weapon levels in Vanguard. You need to grind out all the different weapon families and trees and levels here in MW2. Then you gotta do all the camo challenges to get the gold camo, and then after you get the gold camo, then you gotta do a bunch of long shots. And then after you do 1200 long shots, then you need to go back through and get 1200 headshots with every single weapon in the game. Well, not every single weapon in the game, but you know, every single weapon that you got gold, which that's still like 50 plus weapons. Oh, I just realized that I'm gonna have to do the melee weapons at some point, because those were part of the ones that I got platinum. I don't know what the challenges are for those. As long as it isn't anything like too egregious, like bloodthirsties with melee weapons, then I'll be alright. As much as I love shipment, I don't think I'm ever gonna play this map again after this challenge is done. Like, I mean, I'll come back to it if I ever need to grind out like other camos, or if like double XP is active and I really just want to get through the ranks quickly. But I won't lie, I'm really excited to be able to play like the normal maps in this game again. I honestly love the maps on offer, whether it be remakes, original maps. Like the Crown Raceway map is one of my favorites. There's a lot of great maps in this game, and unfortunately, I can't even name half of them off the top of my head, because I've spent more than half, I mean, I can't even say more than half of my time. I've literally spent all of the time that I play Modern Warfare 2 on shipment and shootouts. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously. Like, back in the day, we'd kill to have like a Nuketown 24/7 playlist in like Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1. Like, these maps are fun, obviously, and they're great for XP. If they weren't, we wouldn't be playing them. Or at the very least, we wouldn't be playing them literally like all day, every day, the way that we do now. It's just that these maps are so good for XP and camo grinding that you really have no reason to play any other map in the game. At least not while you're grinding. Once you're done with your grinds and your levels and everything like that, yeah, then you can go back to the other maps and have fun and feel like you're not wasting your time. But until then, yeah, it kind of feels like a waste of time, because you could be playing something that's so much more efficient for what you're trying to do. I've also found it to be a little buggy. Like, whenever I do get my headshots complete, like right now I have 27 kills, and I know I've gotten more than enough headshots for it to count. I mean, maybe not, but I still haven't seen the pop-up come up. One game I got like 50 headshots with a PDW, and I was so confused when the thing wasn't popping up. Then after the game I checked, and what do you know, I did end up unlocking it. It never notified me that I did. Honestly, once I complete this camo challenge, I want to interact with more of the game modes inside of Modern Warfare 2, whether that be like DMZ DMZ or some of the different things in Warzone. Like, you guys know me, I'm not really a Warzone guy, but I at least want to try to interact with some of the different playlists in there, see if maybe I can get it to grow on me a bit. I want to play some of the co-op missions that I haven't gotten to play yet. Like I've said before, Modern Warfare 2, when you look at the game as a complete package, it is literally bursting at the seams with content. It is one of the most content-rich live service games that you can buy on the market right now. Like, when you drop that $60 on Modern Warfare 2, you are getting more than what you are paying for. You get a fully fleshed out and just meaty campaign. It is one of the longest and most like quality packed campaigns in Call of Duty, period. On top of that, you get a multiplayer that is just full of different weapons and maps and grinds and progression systems that you can work through. Then you have Warzone, which, I mean, obviously Warzone is basically like an entire game in itself. And then you have DMZ, which again is like just this entirely different beast. And on top of that, you also have the raids that you can do, and then you have all the different co-op missions that you can go for. There's seriously so much content to do and to interact with in this game, but I haven't gotten to experience much of it just because I've been on multiplayer grinding Orion Camo, and I haven't wanted to do anything else until I finish this. And I mean, I've said this multiple times before, but like, you know, the 6v6 multiplayer experience, that's the main reason that I play Call of Duty, and that's the main thing that keeps me coming back and will always keep me coming back. Like, this is the main thing that I play Call of Duty for. Actually, that's a bit of a lie. It's tied with zombies, okay? If I had to choose between Call of Duty Zombies and Call of Duty multiplayer, if I'm gonna be honest, I'd actually probably choose zombies, but multiplayer is a close second. I'm just biased because zombies is what really got me into Call of Duty in the first place back in 2008 with World of War Zombies. That being said, no matter what they add into the game, yeah, I'm always gonna be like primarily playing multiplayer, unless zombies is, you know, available in the game. Then I'll be playing that just as much, if not more as well. But I would still like to interact with all the different parts of the game. I mean, it's a part of the game that I paid for. I dropped $100 on the Vault Edition of this game. You know, it only makes sense that I interact with parts of the game that I paid for. I'll probably end up making videos on that stuff too, because like, honestly, I don't even know what like DMZ and half of the raid stuff is. Like, I tried some of the raids before, but I didn't get to do like the most recent one where you get like that cool camo. And the co-op missions are probably just something I'll do on my own time with randoms or something like that, because I really enjoyed the ones that I played back at launch, but I'm pretty sure they've added a few since then. By the way, we just completed the last SMG, which means I'm free. Surprisingly, getting headshots with SMGs was rather tedious. They just have so much recoil, and I don't know, there's just something about the amount of damage that the enemy's weapons do. You have to be like so close range, and if you're not inside of that certain range, it's just, I don't know, it's sort of a nightmare getting headshots on this map with the SMGs. At least I'm onto the ARs though, and yeah, I can already tell this is gonna fly by a lot faster than the SMGs did. I think the funniest part of this whole grind is, I don't even care about getting Orion Camo. Like, Polyatomic looks so good that I feel satisfied just using that. But I feel like most people can empathize with the fact that, like, while, you know, the camo looks cool and it's like part of what you want to go for, it's really just the grind as a whole. Just, you can be like, yeah, I did that. I don't know, I've just always found that funny, because half the time when it comes to these like completionist camos, like, oh, think back to like Chrome and World War II, like, you weren't doing all the camos just so you could get Chrome. You were just doing it so you could flex and say, hey, I got Chrome camo. And that's sort of how it is for me now. Like, I'm gonna be rocking Orion most of the time just so I can be like, yeah, I unlocked it. But if I'm gonna be honest, if I had the choice, which I mean, I do have the choice, I'm still gonna be using Polyatomic quite a bit. I'll probably have it on like all of my secondaries. I hope they throw another like event camo challenge at us sometime soon, because I'm still rocking this one from a couple of months ago. Like, this one is absolutely beautiful. And then that other one that was like gold and black with the skulls and all that, this one right here, like, this one is also beautiful as well. I don't know why I thought there were skulls on it. I mean, you can clearly see there's no skulls. I might have overestimated. Honestly, I think I might be able to finish this grind today. The SMGs were taking me a while, but dude, I've literally already gotten like 15 headshots with this M4. I can't wait to get to the pistols. Ripping headshots with the Deagle is literally like the most satisfying thing in this game. I have no idea why, but there's some sort, I mean, you guys see it. It's stuck on my screen and it won't go away. I love MW2, but I tell you what, I've experienced the most bizarre glitches in my time playing this game. There's a part of me that kind of feels like, I don't know, like almost empty in a way, because I've been grinding for this for so long, and then once it's complete, like, I mean, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Like, I'll play the game normally, sure, but it's like, well, what do I grind for next? I'm the type of guy, I don't need a grind to have fun. Like, as long as the core gameplay loop is fun, then that's good enough for me. But man, I like having something to grind. Like, when it comes to Call of Duty, like, you know, the core gameplay is fun and I enjoy just playing the game, but like, when you have that extra thing to grind for, just like, it's weird. It adds to it and it also takes away from it at the same time. I mean, it adds to it because it gives you a reason to like grind nonstop, but at the same way, it kind of takes away from it because then you have to play in ways that you like don't even want to play in sometimes in order to do said grind. So it's like this really conflicting thing. I'm not even sure how I feel at this point. Then again, I don't really have to feel anything because the next Call of Duty is going to be out in like 2 or 3 months, and all of this is going to mean absolutely nothing by that point anyway. Woo, look at that, 2 guns done in 1 game. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna call it there. So yeah, at this point, there we go. Officially finished off the SMGs and I've started the ARs, which means I am over 1/5 of the way done. I have exactly 40 more weapons to go. Anyways, I'll be making Modern Warfare 2 videos for the next couple days until I finish this. Whether I finish it today or whether I don't, I'll update you guys tomorrow. But anyway, as always, a massive shout out. Thank you to all the patrons. Thank you to all of you in the low baller tier, and an even bigger shout out. And thank you to all of you in the big baller tier, Mellow Lasking and Big Daddy Manny. And the biggest shout out and thank you to all of you in the G tier, Rodner Vengeance and Little Cheese Girl. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.